Welcome to episode 25 of the Pixel Street podcast, where each and every week we get together and talk about one of the things we love most. That thing is video games. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Joel Campos, and I'm joined by John Hanson. How are you doing, John?
I'm pretty good. How about you?
Can't complain. I mean, we got some more video game action on my side, which we'll get to in a bit.
All
I've been
right.
trying to, I've noticed that I've been playing a lot of the same games week after week, so I've been trying to diversify more than I have previously.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah, I'm kind of the opposite. I think I've been jumping around games too much. I need to put some more time into the games I'm already playing.
yeah, but anyway, we'll get to that in a little bit. We do have an action-packed episode for you this week, as there is some major news relating to Xbox Game Pass. A particular pair of basketball shoes have been announced, and the release date of God of War has finally been revealed. As always, you can get our podcast on most podcast platforms on Mondays, as well as on YouTube, where you can watch us record the show live. Like right now, we're live. Did you know that? Bet you did. On Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Let's get to some of the new releases coming out this week. We always start with the Friday after we record, just because, I don't know. We start Friday. We go Friday to Thursday. So starting tomorrow on January 26th, it's kind of a big week for games. You there, John?
Internet.
John, you there?
Yeah, my internet freaked out there. That was weird.
Okay. Moving on to the new releases. This is kind of a big week for games just because it's the first really big release of the year, I guess I would say. So we have tomorrow on January 26th, Dragon Ball Fighter Z for the Xbox One, PS4, and PC.
Yeah. Tomorrow. Let's see. Oh, okay. How excited are you for Dragon Ball Z?
I don't know. I'm not getting it tomorrow for sure, but I'll definitely try out a demo or something if something comes out. I'm not in a rush to play the game.
I pre-ordered it, so I'm committed to giving it a try. I've got it downloaded and everything, mostly because I'm a big Dragon Ball Z fan, but fighting game-wise, I mean, we've talked about this to death. Neither of us are really into fighting games.
Yeah, this is true. It's coming to Switch eventually, right? Or is that just a rumor?
I actually haven't heard anything about that. That might just be a rumor. I mean, a small enough game could easily make it work, but I haven't heard anything about it.
For some reason, I thought that it was, but maybe not. Moving on, tomorrow on the 26th, we also have Pokemon Crystal version coming out on the eShop for the 3DS. This is personally one of my favorite Pokemon games. I have very vivid memories playing this game.
Bring it to Switch. Yeah, me too. Bring it to Switch and I'll play it a ton again.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
But bringing my out.
I think that this is the one Pokemon game I have the most recent memories of.
Yeah, it was probably the last one. Well, before X that came out. Before X came out, that was probably the last one that I put my most time into. Gold, Silver, and Crystal were probably my favorites, just because you could region that game first region and play through, and thought that was really awesome.
Yeah, that's definitely the most recent one I played before X as well, and I just have a lot of great memories with that one. Moving on, tomorrow we also have Monster Hunter World for PS4 and Xbox One. Are you getting Monster Hunter? Have you ever played one?
I've never played one. I talked the guy that I game share with into buying it because I've heard a lot of buzz around it, although I haven't actually looked at it at all. But I know he was really excited about it, so I convinced him to buy it on Xbox. So I'll be giving it a try. I don't know really what to think of it yet.
Yeah, the person I game share with bought it as well. I'm excited to play it. I've heard good things. I know a lot of people got the game early somehow, and they're streaming it when they're not supposed to. but I haven't. I've been avoiding those streams just kind of out of respect for the publisher. But from what I have heard, people are liking the game, so that's always a plus. I've never played a Monster Hunter, and I've always wanted to try it, but I didn't want to play on my 3DS.
For it because I thought I heard that there was going to be one, but I never actually saw it.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Did they have a beta for it?
Yeah, they did, but it was only on PS4. They had two betas, and they were only on PS4, which is very weird to me. But I guess that's probably part of their deal with PS4. You know how they're coming out with the PS4 exclusive console and everything.
Maybe.
Yeah, moving on. Also on January 26th, we have a game called Tesla versus Lovecraft. I have no idea what that is.
I have no idea either. I've never heard of it. I'm
All
guessing
right.
that's a game.
Moving on January 30th, we have one game coming out, and that is Dissidia Final Fantasy NT for the PS4.
The fighting game?
I'm not sure what it is, to be honest. This is the first I'm hearing of it.
I've never actually looked into it, but I want to say that's the fighting game with Final Fantasy characters.
Okay, I don't think that really intrigues me at all. Maybe I'll watch a video or let's play or some sort of it.
Yeah, for
moving
sure.
on, the day after, January 31st, we have Candleman, The Complete Journey for PC.
The Complete Journey.
Yeah, I don't know where the Incomplete Journey was, but it's not here. And then the last date of next week that we have games coming out is February 1st, 2018. We have a bunch of Switch games. I'm assuming a lot of these are indies. First one is Her Majesty's Spiffing, in all caps, for Nintendo Switch. Night in the Woods for Switch. This game's been out, hasn't it?
Night in the Woods. I think you're thinking of something else.
Maybe. But so that's coming out as well. Moving on, we have Torquel. I don't know how you're supposed to say that for the Switch. Steam World Dig for the Switch, which that game's been out for sure.
That's been out for a while. I've heard some good things about it. I've heard that it's a really good game.
That game on 3DS?
I want to. Could be wrong though.
Okay. We also have Island Flight Simulator, if you're into island flight simulators. And then last but not least, we have ACA Neo Geo Samurai Showdown 2 for the Switch. Those games are all coming to the eShop on February 1st, 2018.
Another Neo Geo.
Yet another Neo Geo. They won't stop with that shit.
I know. Just give me my Nintendo games.
Exactly. That's exactly how I feel. Just give us Smash already. Jesus.
Right.
Speaking of the Switch, I actually just ordered yesterday Joy-Con replacements. So it's kind of like new shells for my Joy-Con. I bought the gray bundle when it came out at launch. And now I'm going to have like see-through purple like the old N64 controllers.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I mean, I heard it's kind of a pain in the ass to switch them out just because you need like special tools, but I'll figure it out. I have a friend who did it, so maybe I can get him to help me out somehow. But yeah, it should be in the mail tomorrow. I'm actually pretty excited for that. It's going to look sweet.
That's cool. Speaking of Joy-Cons, have you had any issues with your Joy-Cons?
Yeah, my left Joy-Con, I have that left Joy-Con issue.
Where it just doesn't connect?
Yeah, like it works fine because I mainly play it handheld, so I'm fine with it. Mm-hmm. But like when I first got Mario, I plugged it in my TV, and like I'm sitting maybe 8 feet away from the TV, and I'm having issues. Like I'll be running, and then Mario will start running the complete opposite direction on his own. So that is a problem. So for that reason, I do want to get another set of Joy-Con. I considered getting a Pro controller, but I'd rather have the Joy-Con just so I have 2 extra controllers for Mario Kart now and maybe Smash in the future if it comes out.
Gotcha. I haven't had the connection issue with my Joy-Cons. My issue is the button that you press to take it out. It's messed up in a way that it shows that it's clicked in, but I don't even have to press the button and it will slide off.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I heard that was a problem just from like people not pushing the button all the way when they're trying to pull it out. So maybe that's what happened. Maybe one time when you tried to take it out, you didn't push it all the way when you thought you did. But yeah, that's like maybe a huge design flaw for that thing as well. The fact that can just break, and now I'm sure it just slides around on there.
Hmm.
But yeah, let's get into some of the stuff that we're playing. I'll kick it off with one of my games first. I'm still playing Assassin's Creed Origins. I've put in maybe 4 more hours this week, 3 hours. Still loving it. You know, all the same stuff I've said before. I don't really have too much to add to that conversation other than I'm enjoying it a lot.
Yeah. Uh, I'm planning on grabbing it soon. That's all I can say. I really want to play it. All I've heard is good things. My game, I got back into Overwatch. Been playing a lot of solo play lately. There was just a big update this week that came out with a new map, Blizzard World, and a ton of cosmetics. It's a lot of good stuff. And Blizzard World is a confusing map. It seems like a maze a lot, and it's a lot of clutter. It's probably so far I've played probably like 5 or 6 matches on it, and I gotta say it's not one of my favorite maps. Maybe it'll grow on me after I get some more time into it.
Yeah, I actually just played a match of Overwatch a little bit earlier, and it was the new Blizzard World map, and I thought it was pretty good. I haven't played that game in months, but I should get back into it because I do miss it.
Yeah, it's such a well-designed game.
Yeah, moving on, I played some Forza Motorsport 7 yesterday. I played a few races. That game looks amazing, but I still feel like I don't like it as much as I enjoy Forza Horizon. But that's just
That's
my
the newest
personal
one.
preference. What's that?
Seven's the newest one.
Yeah, 7 is the one that just came out in November or October.
It's
Um,
somewhere around there. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the motorsport games, just because it's too realistic. That's just not fun to me. I like the more arcadey style racers. If you give me like Burnout or just something crazy that I can like crash people and just do insane jumps or something, like that is a blast to me. I don't like the like realistic way that the motorsport games are set up.
yeah, I actually today was just playing Forza Horizon 3, a few races with some friends online, and I just prefer those games so much more just because of the arcade style, like you said. Like some of my favorite games were like Need for Speed and stuff like that that don't take the game too seriously, but they're also kind of realistic. Like Forza Horizon takes all the physics and car designs out of Forza Motorsport, so it's still realistic in terms of how the car will run and everything like that. So it's still a lot of fun. They take all the physics out of Forza Motorsport, so it's still essentially a race simulator in a way, but it just doesn't have realistic tracks.
Yeah, like the giant Hot Wheels courses that they put in there.
Yeah, those those are a lot of fun.
All right. My next game I've been playing this week is The Sims 4 on Xbox. I hadn't played a Sims game since probably Sims 2 on PC. So it'd been a long time, and I remember loving those games. Doesn't really translate well on Xbox. The controls are just a little. I don't think control wise.
I'm pretty sure you just lagged out that whole time.
Of course. I was saying Sims 4 uh, doesn't really translate well from PC to Xbox, I don't think. Control wise, there's only so much you can do. And there's only so much on a controller when compared to like a mouse and keyboard. And it just doesn't. I was kind of disappointed with it. The game itself, it runs fine, and I mean it's still The Sims, but it just was like a hassle to even set up my house, I felt.
Yeah, I've never played them on console. I used to love The Sims 2 on PC for sure, but I've never played on console. It always seemed like it would be kind of clunky in a way and hard to maneuver.
Yeah, for sure.
Moving on, I've played quite a bit of Gears 4 this week, probably like 3 to 4 hours of Gears 4. We were bored one
Mm-hmm.
night playing PUBG, and one of our friends didn't have it, and he decided, it's like, hey, I have Gears 4 if you guys want to play it. And we were like, you know what? We'll do that. And the first night we played like 2 hours straight and only lost one match and just completely dominated. So I mean, and it was hard to stop. It was contagious just because we were doing so well. But I mean, I love that multiplayer. I didn't really play too much of the multiplayer before. Like, I think I was only a level 23 when I started, and now I'm over at level 30. But yeah, that game is a lot of fun. I definitely want to go back and play more of the Horde mode because I think I've only done Horde once, and it was on easy or something to get an achievement. So I got to beat the Horde mode on insane difficulty. And I wouldn't mind beating the campaign on insane as well. Have you played the Gears games?
I have played 1 and 2. I want to get through 3 before I get to 4, obviously. I've only played the story. I haven't played any multiplayer, so I couldn't tell you any of my impressions on that. But the stories of the first 2 games I thought were pretty well done. It's pretty fun gameplay. It gets a little samey after a while, but it's a game. I like it.
Yeah, Gears of War is one of my favorite franchises. I don't know. I've just always loved the game since the first one. You should definitely play 3 because 3 is by far my favorite in the whole series. The story is so good in
Yeah,
that game.
I plan on doing it. It's just other games, and yeah, when it came to Halo, drew me in first. That was always the one I was far more into.
Oh, okay, got you. What else have you been playing?
All right. Next game I've been playing is Madden 18. I got it on sale, and it's just another Madden game. I mean, there's.
Did you play the story mode?
I have not played the story mode yet.
You should play that because I've heard a lot of good things, and that it's really short.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice. They're using the Frostbite engine now, which is the same engine that they use for the Battlefield games, and it looks gorgeous. It really does. Like I mean, it's an amazing looking game. But gameplay wise, I mean, it's another Madden game. It's not worse. It's not better than any of them, in my opinion. It's just
Madden, yeah. I mean, all Madden games are typically exactly the same. It's just small differences here and there. But I mean, I heard the campaign was a huge step up just because it was a good story to be told, actually. Which I'm sure it's pretty predictable story, but I mean, it's the first time it's been in a Madden, so it's definitely something you should try out. Yeah, I saw it was on sale it was like $20 for the gold edition, right? Or the GOAT edition.
Yeah. Yeah, about that. And I wasn't really ever a fan of the Madden Ultimate Team, which is like or not card based, but you recruit all these players and build up your team. I've never been a fan of that mode, so it doesn't really do anything for me. But
yeah, I'm personally a fan of Ultimate Team. I enjoy that game mode a lot. But yeah, I considered buying it for $20 this weekend, but I'm a subscriber to EA Access. So the fact that it's $20 just tells me that it's coming to EA Access very soon. So I'd rather just hold off. Now, if this was $20, say like a month or two ago, I would definitely have bought it. Moving on.
The same thing.
Moving on. Last but not least, what I've played is Sea of Thieves closed beta. This game is awesome.
Yeah, you like it?
I like it a lot. It's really addicting. I streamed it a bunch yesterday because yesterday was the first day the beta was live. Yeah, a lot of fun, especially with people. Obviously, I haven't played it by myself yet, but it's super addicting. They said that the beta only has about 50% of the content the full game's gonna have, which is exciting. Looking forward. But something about this game, I just feel like I'm not going to be playing it more than like 2 months. I don't know what it is. I just don't see what the appeal to come back is going to be. But
who knows, that there might be something in that other 50% that they're leaving out that really draws people in.
That's what I would assume. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun what I've played of it. It's ridiculous. Like at one point, we we did like three different. So what you do is you spawn on an island, obviously, like your outpost with your crew, and you pick up quests or whatever from the guy. Everybody has different quests depending on how advanced you are in the game, what level you are. And then we all get on our giant boat and we each propose a quest to do, like on the table, and we all vote on which one we're doing. And once we vote, then we go to the island and we try and find the treasure by solving the clues. And what happened is we did like three of those before coming and returning the chest. Like instead of going and getting a chest and returning it and going to get another one and returning it, we gathered like three or four chests. And then when we were getting like the fourth chest or fifth chest, somebody attacked us trying to steal all of our chests that we had already gotten. And we were nowhere near turning those in. And so we just got into a pretty huge battle with some people, and luckily we got away. But it gets wild. Like they shoot your boat with a cannon, and you have to like bilge all the water out of there, and then you have to cover the holes. And at one, like, so I played in the morning before work yesterday, and it was the second one we did. And we went and we found a chest, and the chest was like weeping and crying, like coming from the chest. So we're like, whatever, this is weird. We put it on the boat, and then we're like, we're still learning the game at this point because this is the second thing we've done. And we're trying to navigate and sail ourselves back. Obviously, like, it's just insane. Like, the game literally just drops you in, doesn't tell you anything. There's no UI. It doesn't tell you, like, hey, go talk to this guy. You just got to figure it out, which I thought was really cool. It reminded me a lot of, like, doing a Destiny raid for the first time. And so we got this chest that was crying. We put it in the deck below just so nothing would happen to it. And then we were going, and I was like, dude, our boat is sinking. And my friend's like, what are you talking about? It's like the boat is sinking. And I go downstairs, and we get all the water out. And we're like, where is the water coming from? Sure enough, the water was coming from the chest that was crying. It was crying and filling the boat with its tears.
That's crazy.
So the whole way back, somebody had to be taking all the water out while we were going because we had the chest on board. There's no way to make it stop. And the same way, there's another chest in the game where when you pick it up, your guy's instantly super drunk, and he just wobbles everywhere, and he's super hard to control to get back to the boat and to take him to turn it in.
That's awesome. That definitely is a way to spicing up the gameplay. I didn't even know about that stuff. That's awesome. I unfortunately haven't been able to play the beta yet. I plan on doing it either tonight or tomorrow. Like I said a couple weeks ago, I played the alpha and I had a lot of fun with it. And I was playing alone with randoms. Would have been funner with friends, but yeah, I think it's going to be.
If you're down to play tonight after the podcast, I 100% will join you.
Okay, let's do it.
But good. I'll live stream
it. I'm pretty excited for the game, and
it is a lot of fun. I wasn't expecting to have as much fun as I have been the past day.
Hopefully, the full game when it comes out, we'll be able to keep our interest. The last game I played this week was Laser League.
What is Laser League?
Last week. Laser League is the game that I played with the developers. I had a preview event with them, and it's a lot of fun. It's a game where teams are in an arena, and there's a bunch of nodes around, and each team has their own color. When they hit the nodes, what their color comes out, and you try and get the lasers to run into the opposing team. You can run through your own color. Of course, if you touch the other team's color, you die. And it's a ton of fun. If anyone ever gets a chance, definitely go on that video game blog and read my preview for it, because I had a blast playing it. The open beta starts this weekend, I think tomorrow. I'm going to be playing it a lot this weekend, I think. So I definitely recommend it. I think it could definitely have that indie success that Rocket.
Yeah, I'm excited to try it out just from what you've said on it. It seems like a really good game. I'll definitely try it out, especially if you think it's on the level of Rocket League in terms of success it could have. That sounds really promising. So maybe I'll have to hop on that beta this weekend with you.
Yeah, for sure. And I They haven't released release date yet. It's still in early access, and they haven't be. But if they keep it down to around that Rocket League, like $15-$20, I think it's going to do great.
Cool. Yeah. So how was it playing with the developers? Was that fun?
Oh yeah, that was really fun. I got to talk with them, ask them some questions. Of course, they kicked my butt because they've been playing for a while. It was a lot of fun. I played on PC. Of course, that was the only way to play with an Xbox controller, which is what I recommend playing it this weekend. Just you can play with mouse or keyboard, and it's just not as good. I definitely recommend a controller.
Yeah, I could imagine that they were fucking dominating you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so if you want to go on and start talking about some news,
All right.
have at it.
In some Sea of Thieves related news, all these Microsoft first party games are going to be coming to Xbox Game Pass, which is the Netflix style service where you pay $10 a month and you get hundreds of games that you can play until your subscription is up. Here we got Tom Warren of The Verge. Oh, were you saying something?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Microsoft is planning to bring its own exclusive Xbox games published through Microsoft Studios to the company's Xbox Game Pass subscription. Future games, including Sea of Thieves, will be available via subscription on the same day they're available to purchase at retail stores or through the Microsoft Store. The number one request from our customers was to get new blockbuster games in the Game Pass, explains Microsoft's games chief Phil Spencer in an interview. Is it all available on launch day, March 20th? Though the Xbox Game through the Xbox Game Pass, and that will follow through with State of Decay 2, Crackdown 3, and the rest of our portfolio, says Spencer. Not just those games, but our future Halos, our future Gears of War, future Forzas, and other games. Our plan is to launch those to our Game Pass subscribers at the same time they go to retail. How big of news is that, Joel?
That's pretty fucking huge.
Like, that's game changing.
I was just explaining to my roommate yesterday that whole situation, and actually another roommate today. But like, I think it's huge that like for PC gamers, I think that's hard for them to get out to them saying that if they get Game Pass for $10 a month, they can also play those games because they're all cross-buy.
On Xbox Play Anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a huge thing. I don't even know. It's just essentially bringing Netflix to video games. That's the only way to explain it.
It is awesome. Hopefully enough people buy into it, which I think they will, because I mean you're paying $10 to play brand new games, and it's completely your choice on how long you want it to go. I think this is huge, especially for a game like Sea of Thieves, where community is going to be the driving force of it. You're going to need people playing that game for it to have any success. So I think it makes a lot of sense. Now, I don't know how this affects the developers themselves at full $60. I don't know if has something going on, like maybe more microtransactions with these games to try and get more money to the developers. What's going to go on there? Because there's no way that they're just going to give us just $10 and you have everything, right?
I mean, I think that's how it's going to be. The thing I was worried about,
yeah, it's going to be a full game. Like, I think there's going to be more microtransactions, I think, in these Microsoft games going forward, just because they're dropping from $60 to $10. Like, they have to make up that money somewhere.
Yeah, it's also going to be weird when DLC starts coming out because, like, am I going to be able to own DLC for a game that I don't technically own? Because that's going to be weird.
I think so. Because if you were, let's say you had like a 360 game on disc back in the day and you bought the DLC for that, nowadays, if a game is backwards compatible, you still own the DLC. You can download. Well, you have to write.
Yeah, another thing I was worried about when this was announced is whether or not they're going to take games off but it has since been cleared up on Twitter. I forget who said it. I think Phil Spencer or somebody said that the Xbox Microsoft Studios exclusive games will not be taken off the vault there.
Yeah, it's more the games that there's just the deals run out, so they'll be taken off every now and then. But yeah, if it's their own games, they'll leave it on there, just like Netflix leaves their own shows on there.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of skeptical before I found that out, but now I'm kind of all in. Like, I'll definitely subscribe to it,
Yeah,
especially in March when Sea of Thieves comes out, just because I'm loving that game so much.
yeah. Really started, I gave it a try. I did the free trial on it, and at the time there just wasn't enough to keep me there because it had a ton of games and they were good games, but it was either I already owned them or I wasn't interested in them. With this going forward, new games coming in, like that could definitely draw me into it.
Yeah, I completely agree. And like another thing is this should draw in PC gamers who want to play like the new Halo games or anything coming out. Even Sea of Thieves, like I was playing Sea of Thieves yesterday and I didn't notice. So we were playing, there's three of us in a squad and we all had our mics on and we were talking in game and then we were like, hey, like we were playing for like half an hour and then one of the dudes were like, hey, why don't you just join our party? That way we can hear you better because it's kind of quiet. And so we sent him a party invite and he joined. And he's like, I've never been in a party before because he plays on his computer. He was playing on PC with us and we had no idea that he was on PC.
Oh,
So
that's awesome.
that's like another cool part of Sea of Thieves is like that. And like, cause it's not super competitive like Gears of War is. So they're not going to be separating the player base. It's all going to be mixed together.
No, yeah, like I was saying, a game like Sea of Thieves, the bigger the community around that, the more players they have in that, the better that game will be.
Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, this is huge news for Xbox and gamers, I guess.
Yeah, could you ever see Nintendo or PlayStation doing something like this?
I don't know. I feel like they're just gonna wait and see what happens with this because this could fail terribly.
It could be really bad for them, but I think with all the talk that's been going on this week around it, I think they've definitely got people's attention.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This has created a huge buzz in the gaming industry for sure. Even though like I have friends who didn't even know about it, like on Xbox. When I was talking to them earlier today, they had no idea about this.
Yeah, it was kind of just a thing that they threw up on Facebook and
Yeah,
Twitter.
like at like 8 a.m. It
Yeah,
was very random. Yeah, moving on. So there are some Paul George PlayStation shoes coming out. Did you see these?
I did not know.
You didn't look at these? They
No.
look pretty ridiculous, but also pretty sweet. Um, yeah. Toy Ong at The Verge writes, Nike has released a pair of PlayStation-themed shoes in collaboration with basketball player Paul George called the PG2. The PG2 is George's second signature shoe, a follow-up to the PG1, and features light-up tongues bearing the PlayStation and PG logos. Buttons inside the tongues let you turn the lights on or off. There's also a pulse mode where the lights flicker and vibrate, supposedly like the PlayStation DualShock controller. According to Engadget, the shoe's batteries aren't replaceable and have a lifespan of around 150 hours.
So wait, only the tongue lights up?
Yeah, so there's just like two logos like in the tongue, each tongue that lights up.
Okay.
Like and yeah, but I mean the shoes I think look pretty cool. They have like PlayStation logos around them. And they actually come with a voucher code for like an exclusive theme that you can only get if you buy the shoe. And the voucher code is actually on the back of the left shoe, like engraved in the shoe.
Wow, that's so weird, man.
Yeah, it's so
Uh,
weird. I mean, the shoes.
I'm cool with the lights and everything. Why make vibrating shoes?
I
Like
don't know. I mean, I think it's because it's such a novelty thing to have. Like, this is gonna be a super hard
super
shoe to get.
novelty.
This is gonna
Like
be like a
what's
really hard shoe to get. It comes out February 10th, and it's gonna cost $110 for the pair.
that
I'm
doesn't
actually,
surprise.
I'm actually considering trying to buy them just, just to have as a collector's
You are.
item. I'm not gonna wear these things. I just want to collect
Uh,
them. I think it'd be cool to
oh
have.
man. Now I'm all cool with the light up Bring me back my Skechers that light up when I walk with them. But man, I don't know. That vibrating shoes.
Yeah, I mean, I think they look pretty cool. You should definitely look at them
All right,
once
yeah,
we get off
I'll
the
look at them.
podcast. But I think it'd be a cool thing to have as a collector's item, and maybe someday sell them for a lot more than I paid for them. But
Yeah,
who knows? Moving on, a God of War release date has been revealed. Timur Hussein at GameSpot writes, Sony has announced God of War will launch for PlayStation 4 on April 20th, 420 Blaze It. The announcement was made on the PlayStation blog, where a new trailer also made its debut. It focuses on Kratos as he grapples with trying to teach his son Atreus about restraint, responsibility, and consequence, which were all things Kratos learned the hard way in his previous life as a god slayer. Interestingly, his son isn't aware that Kratos is a deity and is starting to face the same struggle with power and rage that his father did. Of course, there's also plenty of typical God of War eye candy on show, ranging from lush environments and sweeping vistas to towering monsters. Have you played a God of War game?
I've not, but man, am I excited to play this one. It
Yeah,
had
I
such a good trailer.
I think I've said on the podcast before, I've never played a God of War game, and I never was interested in them until this one. The trailer looks like Horizon Zero Dawn, but with Kratos.
Yeah, the trailer is amazing. Anyone that hasn't seen it, definitely check it out. It is great. I Kratos in emotions. It looks like, and
Yeah.
am I lagging on?
No. I'm laughing at something else.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, the game, it looks awesome. It look like, I don't know how else to explain it. I mean, hopefully they follow through with how the game looks. Yeah. Go ahead and take the next thing.
Okay.
Go ahead, sorry.
This one in PS4 release. It will be a standalone. It's in February 13th, and it'll be $30. It's kind of interesting that they're bringing this back now, and not before.
I completely agree with that. And I don't understand the purpose of it all. Like, because the graphics are going to look exactly the same as the 360 version. It's probably going to play exactly the same. So I don't even know the purpose of getting an Xbox One and PS4 port for it.
Well, on PS4, they don't have backwards compatibility. So, I mean, I guess I understand that.
Well, no, because I think on PS4 you could still play the Stick of Truth before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, because that was like one of the pre-order bonuses on both consoles.
Okay. Then, yeah, this makes no sense at all.
I mean, my only theory for it is if they were making a port for the Switch for it, and they were like, hey, this is essentially just a PS4 and Xbox One port. Let's try and make more money by putting it on the store.
Yeah, that would make sense, but it's not coming to the Switch. It's Xbox and PS4.
Not yet, but Fractured But Whole is rumored to be coming to the Switch fairly soon. So who knows? Maybe Fractured But Whole and Stick of Truth are both going to come to the Switch, which I think would be a good move. I wouldn't buy them again just because I've played both of them and still own both of them, but I think that'd be a pretty good move on what is it, Ubisoft's part?
Yeah. Well, even if it does come to the Switch, why re-release it on the Xbox and PS4?
Oh, like, yeah, there's no reason for that. I mean,
also for more money, I think I got the Stick of Truth on my Xbox for like $8 because it was on sale. I'm like, who is gonna go cough up $30 for the same game?
I mean, I'm willing to bet that there's a lot of people who own Xbox Ones who don't understand that it's backwards compatible. Like I have a friend who played through Fractured But Whole, and he was like, "Man, I wish I had a 360 so I could play Stick of Truth." And I was like, "Dude, you know that's backwards compatible?" And he could not even comprehend. He's like, "So I can just put the disc in my Xbox One and play?" I was like, "Yes." Like, because like my friend's not like really a hardcore gamer. You know, he plays like Madden every other year, maybe Call of Duty. He doesn't like me. He's not like me and you, where we have every console. We play most of the games that come out that are big releases. So he had no idea. So maybe that's the reason why they're just trying to take advantage of the consumers who don't understand that consoles are backwards compatible. But who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Where are we at? Okay, next up, we got PUBG has reached 4 million players on Xbox One. That's a pretty big number for a game that's been out a little over a month and not even fully out. It's in early access.
Yeah, that is pretty huge news. I mean, they were making huge numbers on PC, but I still think that this is a huge deal just for Xbox One because
I
like
think
if you think of the install base on a PC compared to an Xbox One, it's insane.
mm-hmm.
Like there are so many more PC gamers probably than Xbox One gamers. And if
uh,
this
yeah, probably. This is pretty insane. 4 million in a month is ridiculous, even if it's just a early access game. I mean, like we said the other week, there is no free trial on this. Like this is 4 million people putting up $30 for this.
Yeah, which is well, I mean to be fair, the game is bundled with Xbox One X's now, but that's
Yeah,
just very recently that happened like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago.
but yeah, what's that? Just like what 15, 20,000? Like we're
Yeah,
talking about. That's a lot of people.
yeah, I agree. PUBG is killing it. They're going to continue to kill it until something better comes out, is my theory. But I
Yeah,
don't see that happening anytime soon.
Game Informer put up here as a way of saying thanks. Microsoft has given players who download the game before January 31st a battle point windfall. Your account will be 30,000 battle points heavier after February 1st, provided you bought the Xbox game preview release before January 31st at 12 a.m. Pacific and created a character. These points can be used to purchase cosmetic crate. I mean, how long does it usually take to get a crate in PUBG? I think I've gotten 2. I'm sure you've gotten a lot more.
Well, it depends because your first crate every week, and I think it resets on Sundays, is 700 BP, which is battle points in game. Um, and that can take you, I don't know, 3, 4 matches. But then your next crate, I think, is 1200 BP, and it just goes up every crate you get every week. And then on Sunday, it resets back to 700 or 750, I forget. But yeah, either way, it's not too bad. I mean, 30,000 is, I mean, I'll have a good time opening one after every match I play now until
Yeah,
I run out.
Yeah, that's cool. That's actually a pretty big jump, I would say. Then, if you're jumping from like 700 to 30,000,
Oh no, no. What do you mean? Well,
like
I
battle
guess yeah,
points.
yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, like on an average match, you're maybe getting 200 to 300 per
Yeah,
match. So 30,000 is a lot.
yeah, that's a lot. That's
But
awesome.
granted, you have to consider if you use all 30,000 in one day, you might not be getting as many crates as if you spread them out because each crate goes up in price every week.
Gotcha. So it'd be best to just do one a week.
I mean, yeah, that would be best, but I don't think anybody's going to do that. I have a feeling most people are going to burn through these in a month max.
Yeah, that's.
But yeah, I think that's a huge deal. I mean, it just shows that they're thinking of the fans. They're not just trying to get the money and run.
Yeah, no, that could definitely cause a little more interest in the game. I mean, 4 million people. Keep at it. I mean, hooked in as long as you can, right? Has there been any other updates to it since last week?
I'm sure that there have been minor updates, but nothing major. I mean, the game I have not crashed in over a week, so I mean that must say something. I'm not sure entirely, but then again, I am playing on an X still, so I don't know how it runs on the S, and I'm sure it runs even worse on the original Xbox One. But I mean, I'm enjoying it a lot. I mean, it's still clunky. It's still going to have its problems for now, as it is an early access game. But who knows? Maybe someday soon. Hopefully by the end of 2018, it's like a really polished out game, and we have 2 or 3 maps.
Yeah, because they released a new map on PC, right? It's a desert map.
Yeah, yeah. The new map on PC came out in November or December. Actually, December. It was right around the release of the Xbox One version. So yeah, they came out with a new. It's like a desert map. It's pretty good. I prefer the original one better, just because there's more cover and stuff. The desert map is really open, and it's really easy to see somebody running, just because it's all desert and like hills. So, but yeah, it's a really good game. Definitely recommend it if you have not played it. Or you can even go get Fortnite, the free battle royale game mode, if you want to just get a taste of what it's like. But I still think PUBG is the better game overall. But right now on Xbox, Fortnite might be your best option at the time, being just because PUBG isn't all the way completed yet. But I personally have been having more fun with PUBG than I did in all of my time in Fortnite on Xbox.
Yeah, I'm surprised about when I reviewed PUBG because I always thought that the cartoony atmosphere of Fortnite would draw me in more than PUBG. And I'm with you. I thought PUBG was a funner experience. I mean, I haven't played as much lately, but it's a fun game.
Yeah, I've said it before. I think the fact that Fortnite's cartoony kind of loses its scariness in a way. Like in PUBG, I don't like playing by myself just because I'm kind of a pansy and I just get scared, I guess, trying to play by myself. But in Fortnite, I had no problem jumping in a match, just running at somebody trying to kill them right away. Just because of the cartoony aspect. I don't know. The realistic graphics in PUBG really add more suspense to the game. And so it just makes it more spooky to play in a way. Like you're actually scared to die in the game. And I never really felt that in Fortnite as much as I did do in PUBG. So that says a lot about the game.
Yeah. All right. Got a last piece of news here. The February games with gold on Xbox have been announced. Let's just do these one by one, and then we'll kind of talk about them. Shadow Warrior is going to be for the entire month on Xbox One. Have you ever played that?
No idea what that is, but I've seen the cover art before.
Yeah, me too. To tell you the truth, I have no idea what it is. But hey, free game. I am always going to download these. Second up, we got Assassin's Creed Chronicles India from February 16th to March 15th. You ever played that?
Nope. Like I've said multiple times, the only Assassin's Creed game I played is 2 and now Origins.
The India is a 2D style game.
It's like a side scroller, right?
Yep, it's a side scroller. Last year, I want to say Assassin's Creed Chronicles China came out. If you've played that, it is the exact same play style. I was not personally crazy about it. I don't know if this because, like I just said, free game. I mean, I'm gonna download it and you keep it forever.
I do. I download all the free games with gold, all the free PS Plus games, and I have friends who are like, I'll never play it. But then it's like you
Yeah,
never know. Like if you're bored, you might want something new to do. I don't know. So I just download
yeah.
all of them.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll download it, give it a try. Maybe it will hook me better than the China one did, but I'm not too hopeful. From February 1st to the 15th on both 360 and Xbox One, Split Second is coming.
I've never played that, but I've definitely seen that before as well.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun game. It's got some interesting like shortcuts and everything and breakaways. It's a fun experience. I definitely recommend it. I definitely plan on downloading it again and giving it a try. And then the last game we got is Crazy Taxi from February 16th to the 28th on both 360 and Xbox One.
I love Crazy Taxi so
Yeah,
much,
it's a lot of fun.
but it's going to be a shame that the soundtrack isn't in this.
Oh, is it not?
No, it's like a licensing thing. But luckily, I have Spotify Premium and I can play the soundtrack in the background while
There
I'm
you
playing the
go.
game. So, problem solved. But yeah, the soundtrack to that game is awesome. It just really sucks that the original soundtrack won't be in the game itself.
That sucks, but hey, it's still gonna be a fun game.
Crazy Taxi is Crazy Taxi. And that concludes us for this week of the Pixel Street podcast. As always, you can catch us live here on YouTube, youtube.com, search Almost Random. You'll find us live every Thursday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can listen to our podcast on all podcast platforms pretty much on Mondays. Yeah. I'm Joel Campos. You can find some of my writing at that video game blog. Check out my personal blog, camposcash.wordpress.com. YouTube channel, Almost Random. Follow me on Twitter at Campos63. John, where can people find you?
On Twitter, I am at Revex Shadows. On YouTube, you can find me again, Revex Shadows. I will be putting up a video about Laser League, hopefully tomorrow morning. And also, you can read my Laser League preview at the game blog.
Perfect. And that concludes us for episode 25 of the Pixel Street Podcast. And as always, until next time.